Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog and welcome back home to the Cotswolds. We got back home from our trip very late last night. I think I got into bed at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and as someone that normally likes to be tucked up by 8:30, that was a pretty late one, but straight back into the swing of things today. I feel very formal and news presenter-ish with you guys up on a tripod, but I needed a little bit of space to show you some outfit options for a very, very exciting occasion that we have got happening today. I received a very exciting email about 6 weeks ago now, and it's an invitation to Highgrove House, which is the private residence of the King Charles, His Majesty, and this really is a very once-in-a-lifetime unique opportunity, because although you can, as a guest, you can visit Highgrove Gardens throughout certain times of year. You can go, as we did last Vlogmas, for the afternoon tea there. You are not normally allowed a private viewing of the gardens, and you're most certainly not normally allowed to film there. So this is going to be a real sneak peek, something that I'm sure has never been shown before on YouTube. Aside from maybe if Alan Partridge has a YouTube channel, I'm not sure. There's definitely been Highgrove sneak peeks on Gardener's World before, but so excited to actually see the King's private gardens. Wowza. It's obviously middle of November, so it's not going to be a full bloom situation, so it's going to be more seeing the kind of structure and the layout of the gardens. I think will be fairly, sorry, I've literally just curled my hair and it's doing the fluffy thing. I think we might be quite limited as to where we can film, but as I'm sure you can guess, I'll do my absolute best. So what on earth does one wear when you're going to be looking around a garden for a few hours, aka you need to be warm, you need to wear something practical, and then you're going for an afternoon tea? Very, very tricky, but I have this really lovely dress, and I thought this kind of ticks both boxes. It's a really lovely, dare I say, regal terracotta burgundy, beautiful colour, and it's also this really lovely kind of cord material, so I thought that ticks both boxes. Footwear wise, I haven't got that far yet, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 amazing coats that are the options for today, because most of the time we'll be outside, so really the coat needs to be the outfit. But yeah, I'm really excited to bring you along today. Let's quickly try on these coats. We need to leave 5 minutes ago, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. I don't know why in my head I thought it was an hour away. It's actually an hour and a half away, and I'd hoped to have some breakfast before we hit the road. Alas, no time for that. So quick coat try on, and let's see which we go for. Okay, footwear wise, I think I'm going to go for these from Holland Cooper. They are this beautiful chestnut colour, little crest up at the top here, and very importantly, a chunky block heel for walking on grass. This is full length of the dress. I think it's perfect for today. It's a really lovely, elegant silhouette, going to keep me nice and toasty warm, nice and feminine, with a cinched in waist with a little bow detail, and just gorgeous colour. Really happy with this. Somewhat matches my nails. Let's go through some of the jewellery that I'm wearing today. I have popped on this beautiful tennis bracelet to start with. I think that next to my watch, that looks really, really elegant. And then I'm building up a ring cluster. I'm resetting the rings. These are both 𝑭𝒆 and 𝑚𝒂, absolutely gorgeous, but I'm going to add a few more. I've actually got a brand new ring here from 𝑭𝒆 and 𝑚𝒂, from their new collection that I'm really excited to add to my ring cluster, and it looks a little something like this. Their celestial designs are so beautiful, really perfect for accessorizing at this time of year. The little hints of the stars and the sparkles, fabulous for the festive season. And you know what week it is, my darlings. It is the very, very start of Cyber Week, and As you might be able to guess, 𝑭𝒆 𝑑𝒂 are truly spoiling us this week with their Cyber Week sales. So I'm going to leave all of the information that you need to shop in the description box down below. The 𝑭𝒆 𝑑𝒂 pieces for me are perfect for not only treating yourself but also for gifting loved ones. The designs are so elegant, so timeless, and yet fun as well. They really add fun to each of your outfits. So many of the pieces that I rotate as part of my daily jewellery are 𝑭𝒆 𝑑𝒂, whether it's their gorgeous classic hoops with the pave stones in there that just add a hint of sparkle to your outfits, or rings, which is so perfect for stacking. This one here in the middle, have I got it the right way round? Yes, there we go. This is probably my favourite stacking ring in my collection because you've got the flat, gosh, my camera really struggles. You've got the flat gold band and then also the little diamonds in there as well. But let's add this one to the cluster and try it on my middle finger. Oh my gosh, that looks absolutely beautiful. Or do we spread them all out? I actually quite like that. It really gives each ring its moment to shine, quite literally. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them like this actually. And as much as I absolutely adore my classic hoops, I think I'm going to elevate the look with the matching earrings. Oh, I've got a couple to choose from. Let's start with these as an option. They very much match that ring that I've just popped on. So you've got that sparkling diamond hoop and then the little star detail. And I love the fact that one earring almost becomes like two. They're the kind of earrings that make you almost look twice, and I love wearing things like this with a beautiful, quite plain piece of white knitwear, chunky knits. Earrings like this look absolutely gorgeous paired with those. That is really, really beautiful and perfect I would say as like an upgrade on an everyday hoop. However, for something a little bit more jazzy, and I could always swap these in when we go for the afternoon tea, because are these garden appropriate? Not too sure. But these, it's almost like a waterfall. How stunning is that? I feel like these could be a fabulous way of just instantly elevating today's outfit. Okay, that is stunning. I think they look amazing. They're not too over the top, but adds major glam to the outfit. And then this is also a new piece, which I instantly thought would be perfect for today. I love that this dress, you can just unzip it a little bit more if you want to show more jewellery. How gorgeous is that? It's the perfect amount of delicate, but also so sparkling and eye-catching. I think that is so beautiful. This, if in doubt, I feel would just be the most gorgeous piece for gifting. Love the fact that I've stacked up the rings. If I had multiple piercings, 𝑭𝒆 𝑑𝒂 do the most amazing collection of cuffs and smaller studs as well, as you may be familiar with if you saw me talking about the Advent calendar, so perfect for building up a real cluster. Their pieces are so stackable, mix and match. The more you add, the more fabulous it looks. But I think for an elegant, sparkling upgrade to today's outfit, these pieces are stunning. But to celebrate the launch of their cyber sales, I'm going to show you more of my favourites from the brand throughout the vlog, and links to shop all of the jewellery will be, of course, in the description box down below, along with the best discount codes you need in order to get the very best prices. Okay, so I have some gorgeous options here that Hall & Cooper have very kindly sent me to try for today. I will not be keeping all of these. This is a lot of really, really beautiful coats, but let's see which one is the most perfect. This one I've lusted over for quite some time. It's their white wool with a gold, it's a boucle fabric with this gold kind of check pattern on it. And I thought that this is probably my favourite option. I believe this is actually a size up than what I would normally go for. I think this is a size 8. This fabric is absolutely stunning. The way that it has that subtle sparkle within the thread I think is gorgeous. Full length, very, very elegant. Definitely going to keep me nice and warm. I'll try on the others, but I'm not gonna lie, I think this might be the one. Slightly more full length shot, so you can see it's actually the exact length of the skirt of the dress, which just looks absolutely beautiful. My goodness. Oh, I love how this looks. That is so elegant. I just have been raving about this coat for the last 3 minutes and not filming, 𝑭𝒂𝒕. But this next one, in this beautiful burgundy colour, look at this lining, so rich and opulent. I was just saying that this coat certainly feels fit for a princess. I can most definitely imagine Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, wearing this. You've got the Holland Cooper logo at the back there, almost a little bit military style, pinching in down there at the waist. And it does look beautiful together. However, I feel that a more slim-fitting dress, less voluminous, would possibly work better with this. It's almost too much because the dress steals the show a bit here because of the shape of it, and I think it needs a more simple outfit. This is making me reconsider everything because the coat is so perfect for today. It really is so perfect. Yeah, this makes me want to try on a different dress entirely. I think I'm going to do a quick change. Okay, option 2. Very elegant dress with a far less voluminous silhouette. So, this very much enables the coat to do the talking. However, the bottom of the dress is longer than the coat, which I feel can be a little bit of a faux pas at times. I'm not sure that that looks quite right. Oh, but it does feel very regal. I just had to make a rush decision and go with the brown Reese dress and mulberry coloured coat for today. Gosh, the lighting is bonkers, but it has become a beautiful sunny morning, which is very, very lucky. Is this Tetbury now?
Yeah, we're in Tetbury. I forgot how lovely Tetbury is.
Tetbury is gorgeous, very, very known for the antiques. So maybe, depending on timing later, maybe we'll have a little mooch around because, as I said earlier, we are an hour and a half from home, a little bit further than I remembered. I just always thought that we were an hour away, but alas, we are a couple of minutes away. We have to go through security.
I wish we were closer because this is a lovely town.
It is a lovely town. This is the first town that we came to after lockdown opened up, wasn't it?
When you think about antiques in our house, like one of my favourite antiques that we kind of take for granted in a way is in the drawing room, the bookcase. That's from Brown Rig Antiques here, and it almost looks like it's always been in our drawing room.
It does.
And that's from here, but yeah, we had a nice lunch here, didn't we?
We did, and we didn't come to Highgrove that first time, did we?
No, we went to the Highgrove shop, didn't we? So
oh yeah.
There's one in the town.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that easy to just go to Highgrove, but I could be wrong.
So you can go for the afternoon tea, I think, most times of year, but you don't get access to the gardens and you don't really see the house with that. But I believe it's from April to September. They do open gardens, and if you are a subscriber of Gardeners World like we are, we've seen it a few times in the past where you can get a tour and I believe a lunch or a dining experience with Alan Titchmarsh, which would be so cool. So I feel like we'll definitely have to do that, because while today will be really special, and especially because we're allowed to bring you guys, we're allowed to film, which normally you're not allowed to, it will be really amazing if in the future we can go and see it in like its abundant summer time of year. But anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on the sat nav because I remember it's quite a confusing entrance, and we'll see when we get there. So we have been blessed with blue skies, and of course we're going to be seeing it in its full autumn colour glory.
I'd say this is the best time of year to probably come, you know.
You think?
Yeah, I just think autumn, I don't know, like every spring we're like, this is the best season, and then every autumn we're like,
that's the thing with the
this is the best season.
Every season is the best.
I can tell you, don't come in January, February, but every other month, yeah, strongly recommend.
January, February is a bit miserable, but definitely come to Strawtop Cottage in January, February, because it's really cosy. So we're here in the beautiful gardens. It's good to hear he doesn't use pesticides or anything like that in the garden. His Royal Highness doesn't use pesticides. And what have we learnt so far?
Well, so it was 1980 that this was purchased by, obviously at the time, Prince Charles, now King. Was originally all parkland. Did you say it was 50, around 50 acres or 15?
Oh, 50.
50.
Yeah.
So a good amount of land with the house.
Beautiful.
And yeah, obviously King Charles is a big, and has always been a big pioneer of organic produce and not using chemicals from a biodiversity perspective. So yeah, much like that, there's no pesticides or chemicals used here like we try and achieve at home.
Yeah.
But we're so lucky with this weather, not a cloud in the sky, right?
Gosh, so much inspo with how they're... I mean, look at the shape of this hedge, the yew hedging, like the little bubbles. Looks great. Maybe we can do something like that with ours. We are so lucky to have such a beautiful day, all the leaves on the ground. There's lots of really beautiful natural water features. I'm glad to see that the king also has a very green pond, just like us. What are your thoughts and notes on the King's Garden so far, darling?
You know what? I do really like the fact that it's not overly manicured.
Yeah.
It feels sort of very natural. And
yeah.
Just things being left to do their thing in a nice way. Obviously there's an element, of course, of a sort of undercurrent of design and thoughtfulness, but not overly thought through.
No, it's not too manicured.
It's more our vibe, isn't it, really?
Very
I think
much
we've
so.
learned that in the garden, that sometimes you can be overly too much attention to detail, too much perfectionism, and actually it can seem a bit artificial. But this is impressive, yeah.
Wild and wonderful, and so many perennial bushes. It's, even though we are in November and the flowers have gone.
Evergreen, not perennial,
yeah, oh true. Even though the flowers may have gone, it's still so dramatic. Charlie loves a tree fern. Is it a shuttlecock?
Look at that.
That's quite impressive. Wowza! That is impressive. Interesting that he's gone for that. It's not a very particularly British variety, is it?
Ferns are like in most gardens.
Lovely. So we're heading through to a different area now called the Stumpery. Look who I bumped into. This is Old House Inception.
I know. It's unbelievable. And we were so happy that we were like, oh my gosh!
It was a slow motion run and
we didn't even plan this collaboration.
We did not, but it's a dream, and to meet in such a spectacular place.
I know.
If you don't follow Julie, and do you call your YouTube channel Mappleton Live?
Yeah, Mappleton Live. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! For my old house lovers, you think our house is lovely? You need to see.
Is lovely.
Oh my gosh! But your house is another level.
Thank you.
We've been discussing historical gargoyles. We've been discussing repointing.
We've been exactly, and we've been admiring the lovely gardens here and the 𝑴𝒆rs and the color.
Goodness,
have been
it's just stunning.
spectacular.
And even the oak, like trying to find oak gates like this for someone to make them now.
I know.
You just can't
No,
find
I know, because it's
such
the craftsman.
quality.
It's the craftsman that is going out, and hopefully it's going to come back in, because I think more people are looking at, making sure that these trades stay alive.
Stay alive, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've done any ironwork in your house, but trying to get people to do ironwork like they used to.
Well, lead work we've just recently done with our 18th century eagles, and even lead work. We had to go an hour and a half away. Yeah, lead eagles.
My goodness. This is music to my ears. Incredible. And now we are checking out the Highgrove Christmas collection. Didn't realise they do hampers. How fabulous. They've got the beautiful candles, the reindeer. Let's take a look. Wowza! We've just been discovering how so many of the products that Highgrove create are inspired by the gardens here at Highgrove that we've just been lucky enough to see. So whether it's the Highgrove bouquet fragrance that they've done in collaboration with Penhaligon's, or you can take a soap which reminds you of your favourite part of the garden, if it's the Stumpery, Time Walk, that infamous passageway in front of the house, or the Wildflower Meadow. And then they also have products using ingredients from the gardens. So they've got, this is actually in collaboration with the Cotswold Distillery, which is of course right next to us, and then they've got apple juice with apples from the orchards, they've got honeycomb from the beehives here at Highgrove, so you really can enjoy a little bit of the King's Garden for your Christmas gifts. And I have to show you this as well, this is so fun. So these little Christmas stockings here are made from little offcuts from the old curtains at Windsor Castle. So I guess when Charles moved in, didn't like the Queen's curtains and decided to turn them into stockings, but what a fabulous gift idea.
Bottom layer there, so we've got the traditional turkey and stuffing sandwich. The honey glazed ham is actually glazed in the Highgrove honey and using the whole grain mustard from the shop. We have pigs in blankets and a salmon gravlax at the bottom there. Then our scones, these are clementine and festive berry scones with the Highgrove jam and clotted cream.
Great, well I've no idea if you'll be able to hear anything, so we're in a very bustling room now, but look at this gratuitous police setting.
It's amazing.
How perfect!
And I'm going to answer everybody's question. And the answer is, and you did guess this, it is the cream first, followed by the jam.
So this one is cream first.
It is cream.
I didn't realise the question was on your thing. Yes, so we're answering the question on Julie's blog on my blog.
You're right. Was it on mine? Okay, let's do it on mine. Let's do it on mine.
If anybody wanted to know the correct way to do a scone, cream and jam.
It's cream and then jam.
Right? Yeah. It's a nice location. These are awesome.
We've finished our delightful afternoon tea and now we are doing a little bit of shopping in the Highgrove shop. They have just got so many gorgeous bits in here. Let me know if you remember the vlog from Vlogmas last year when we paid a visit. So many gorgeous things. Look at this, a garden which delights the eye, warms the heart and feeds the soul. I could not agree more. Well, my goodness, what a fantastic day we have had here at Highgrove. It's been so much fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've been very lucky with the weather, which has made it an extremely positive day.
Yeah.
The gardens look amazing. There was a lovely group of people here, including Paula,
so lovely.
𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Vintage, who we love, and her lovely daughter Daisy.
Yeah.
And
Mulberry House.
And then at my Mulberry House, Leah, who we've never met before, who we love, and then in particular Julie, who you maybe, I don't know if you vlogged with Julie on
I
here?
Sure have.
From Mapperton House, who is just fascinating. I just love everything. She's awesome.
We could have chatted for hours and hours and hours. And really interesting, when we vlogged with Julie earlier, we were talking about how one of the things with living in an old house is that it's really hard to find people to help you with well,
skills. A lot of skills have been lost, haven't they?
And then we discovered more about the King's Foundation, which is His Majesty's charity, and they host a lot of the projects here. It's all about helping the next generation of people learn skills that are very helpful in later life. So whether it's carpentry or there was the millinery, and it was all skills which are getting lost, which is really
and not handed down.
Yeah.
And that is a whole interesting thing, and obviously part of that is the world changing and things becoming more affordable abroad.
Yeah.
But equally it is a bit tragic that there's so many amazing skills that some of which were pioneered in this country that are not being handed down through generations and are kind of dying out.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just been an amazing day and a great place to visit. We've been very lucky.
Gorgeous place to visit, and so many
lovely afternoon tea as well.
That
I'll be honest, my expectations were not as high because it's not obviously in my mind. I wasn't thinking, oh, it's a real restaurant. It's more of a sort of you know, a bit like visiting a National Trust property. You don't expect the food to be amazing, but it was very good.
Absolutely delicious.
Amazing.
And so many alignments with what King Charles is passionate about, with the kind of things that we talk about so often. He really champions British manufacturing, British craftsmanship, British skill set, and yeah, we just love discovering so much more about everything today. The Highgrove collection of products as well, we have done quite a bit of shopping. We were just hearing about how they've also got a store in London, which is at Chelsea Barracks, which I'm definitely going to be paying a visit to. They've got so many gorgeous bits and pieces, and you can obviously come here for a festive lunch or a festive afternoon tea. So lovely. And by doing that, by purchasing from the Highgrove collection or coming for an event here, you're supporting the King's Foundation as well, which is really lovely.
I think is important to mention. I mean, I don't think I even fully considered it. There was a part of me that thought obviously some of this supports Highgrove running, but ultimately this is most primarily charitable.
Yeah.
So all of this supports the King's charities, which are obviously all manner of different charities.
Yeah.
So, and I think because obviously it's in the King's name and previously the Prince's name, they're not maybe able to champion and shout about the charitable work as much as maybe a regular brand or person would, because of the association with the royal family, which it obviously is not a problem, but hopefully we can help champion that, because it is amazing, and there's no they don't have to do it, you know. There's a lot of amazing things that are being done by a lot of amazing people for the business. So yeah, really, really lovely day.
Definitely recommend a visit. Back home again now, and we have just popped some lovely dinner in the Aga, but I've just been trying on. I've been majorly stacking up some of the jewellery pieces to share some Instagram stories, and I thought while I'm fully stacked, I'd show a few more favourites to you. And these are all included in the 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕 25% off, and that, by the way, is valid until the 3rd of December. So you've got a little while, but I'd recommend swooping in now, because a lot of these pieces, especially the ones that I'm sharing with you, are their best sellers or from their brand new collection and are quite likely to sell out. So make the most of it. But I thought if you are looking either to treat yourself or for a little gift for someone to add to their stack, the horoscope necklaces and bracelets, I've also popped on my, you can't really see it unless I put the camera down, but I've got on my Sagittarius bracelet here next to the tennis bracelet. They make for such lovely gift ideas and really lovely kind of friendship bracelets as well. But what I absolutely love, and I'll try to show you, it's a little bit tricky because they're so teeny weeny, are these cosmic ear jacket earrings. They call them the jackets because it's like a little jacket for your earlobe, so you have the sparkles coming down underneath the earlobe. Again, if you're just looking for something to elevate more of an everyday kind of jewelry collection, I think this is too much with both necklaces on together, but yeah, I think that these are really, really lovely for an everyday elevated piece. These are 18 karat gold plated onto recycled sterling silver, so incredible quality and just the most beautiful designs. So yeah, I'm going to leave all of my 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕 favorites linked down below for you to make the most of the sales. And I think tomorrow I'm going to wear the illusion hoops, because again, I just tried those on as well and they just look so gorgeous. It really does make you double take and think, is she wearing 2 hoops? Is she wearing 1? They're so sparkly, I can't take my eyes off them. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I'm going to pop my pyjamas on now. Those were the 6 p.m. church bells, and I have no doubt in my mind that Charlie and I will both be in bed, ready to go to bed within 2 hours. So by 8 p.m. we are going to be snoring away. Okay, I feel much better now that I'm in my very, very comfy clothing. I'm head to toe or shoulder to toe lily silk. This is probably my most worn kind of at home relaxing outfit. I know it's not the most flattering thing in the entire world, but it's cozy, it's soft, it's warm, and I find those to be the most important things. So I have got a little, not so little unbagging that I want to share with you. I am feeling like a very, very, very lucky lady this evening, because this is actually my second gift from Demelier, which I feel very, very fortunate for. It's a bag brand that obviously I started off as a customer, wore their canvas New York midi, I believe it is, pretty much the entire summer. It got a little bit ridiculous, the amount that I was wearing it in every single outfit video that I was sharing, and they so exceptionally kindly offered to send something from their new collection, which I thought I would share with you. This is also, I believe, maybe a little bit too early, but they will be doing, I'm sure, a Cyber Week sale similarly to last year. So what I would say is, if the sale is live now, you know the drill, the links will be down below, the discount that you need. If they currently do not yet have a sale on, I might be tempted to recommend that you hold your horses and just wait, because I've got a strong feeling that they might do what they did last year, which I think, if I remember correctly, was a 20% off site-wide. Anyway, less jibber jabber, let me show you what is in this large bag here. So we have got the Demelier dust bag. Oh, it feels heavier. Is it bigger than my other ones? I think it might be. And I decided to go for something that will literally be like the ultimate everyday handbag. Just go with every single outfit and be really, really practical for my days in London, which is why I wanted to unbox it right now, because I've actually got a full day in London tomorrow. And it is the absolute classic. This is their, do you know what, I don't want to get this wrong, so I'm going to guess, but I'm going to put the official name on the screen here. I think this is their New York tote maxi. This is the biggest one in tan leather. It is just the ultimate classicist, classicist. That proves the level of my brain this evening. Their most classic bag and most versatile, in my opinion, as an everyday handbag. It's much larger. I say much larger, it's about a third larger, I would say, than the midi tote, which is what I have currently got. And my reasoning for going for the larger one, and by the way, this detail, I really think that Demelier have got it spot on when it comes to quality versus price. Like their leather, this is not going to mark. This is that pebble style leather. This detail, I'm not gonna lie, it's giving Hermès, this contrast stitching. Really simple gold buckle, which has got a little sticker on it, which I'll remove shortly. And this bag, I just can't help but feel, is so practical. It will most definitely, in fact, I've got my laptop here, and I'm 100% sure, in fact, that I'll be able to fit my laptop in this. It's ginormous. I love the fact that they open up so big. This is going to be a fantastic travel bag as well. But yeah, for days in London when you just need, or days to the office, if you have to carry like books or camera equipment or a laptop with you, this is a fantastic size. I will in a second just compare the midi with this as well, because it'd be interesting to show you, if you are in the market for a bag that fits a laptop in, the comparison. With this, it's just like, I mean, the bag engulfs the laptop. You could fit 10 laptops in here. It's so roomy. I am so happy with this for a London bag. To be honest, the last few times I've gone into London on days like tomorrow, when I potentially maybe need an outfit change or another pair of shoes, if I'm going to a smart event in the evening. Does anyone know, by the way, do the Ritz still stop you at the door if you wear trainers? I don't know if they do. I'm not going to the Ritz anytime soon, but I walked past it the other day and I thought I might run in for a sneaky wee-wee, and then I realised I was wearing trainers, so I thought I probably will get kicked out, and that will be embarrassing seeing as I'm not technically a customer. Is that naughty? Maybe. Anyway, yeah, so I sometimes have a change of shoes, not purely for going for a wee in the Ritz, but for evening events, and even just meetings. Like tomorrow I plan on wearing trainers all throughout town. And then I'll probably put on some smarter shoes for my lunch meetings. It's in a lovely venue. Anyway, I digress. Basically, I'll often have laptop, camera, change of footwear, maybe an extra layer, makeup bag, chargers, sometimes even tripods. Tripod for my phone, tripod for my camera if I'm getting a treatment, or if I'm doing an event, then often a tripod is useful. So I carry a lot of stuff with me. When I see people trotting around London and all they've got with them is this cute little dinky bag, I wonder how they've done it. I can't do it. I'm not a magician. I am a stuff girly. I like all of my stuff with me, and so this bag is the dream for that. The last few times I've been to London, I have been taking my Dior book tote with me. Firstly, it doesn't fit over the shoulder easily at all. Secondly, the one that I like to use the most is white. Not a good idea in London. And thirdly, it's not exactly subtle. It says Christian Dior on one side and then my name on the other. I'm very aware that London is not as safe as it used to be, and especially at this time of year, I won't be wearing my watch into London tomorrow. I'll be wearing trainers. I won't be getting my phone out when I'm walking around the street. And I do think that a bag, like, yes, obviously this looks like a luxurious bag, but it doesn't have a label branded all over it. I just think, I love London. It's my favourite city in the world. I will always adore London, but at this time of year, you know, at the moment you do just have to be extra careful, and I think that if you can minimise the, what's the word, like magpie factor of your outfit by avoiding any brands, any labels, anything that clearly looks too expensive, then I just think that's, you know, probably wise, especially at the moment. So this bag is going to be incredibly useful. Thank you, Demelier. I feel very, very, very lucky to receive this. Something about it, it is reminding me, it is giving definite Hermès vibes, but it's also giving mulberry Bayswater from back in the day. I still have my very first mulberry Bayswater. It will always be a very precious bag to me. And they were just, and do you know what? Do you know what? When I first got a mulberry Bayswater, it was the same price as Demelier. It wasn't crazy like it is now. And I think that Demelier have kind of swooped into that market where people that really want beautiful quality pieces but don't want to spend bonkers designer prices, they've really hit that sweet spot. So there we go. Absolutely adore that. And you will, I'm sure, be seeing me wear that a lot. So gorgeous and very, very grateful. And here we go. Here is the collection, so you can clearly see the shapes and sizes. This was my first ever and still much to this day beloved Demelier in the canvas, which I adore. Really lovely for summer, especially going into autumn, literally all year round actually, because it's a beautiful canvas and gorgeous leather mix. Just so practical, so versatile. My one teeny weeny warning, I have managed to fix it with some Vanish soap, but if you are a fan of wearing dark coloured denim, I did notice after a day of wearing a new pair of denim trousers that I did get a bit of a mark on here. So just beware on rubbing. I was also very aware when I recently wore a new bright pink knitted jumper that I didn't want the fabric colour to transfer onto this. So something to be aware of. Then we've got the absolutely stunning and so practical, so versatile, the Kate Hutchins Icons bag, which is in this more, it's kind of like a snaky thing. Actually, I think it's croc, isn't it? And it's literally indestructible because it's a very hard leather. It's not going to scratch, it's not going to mark because of the dark colour. This is indestructible, and it's also going to hold its shape really, really well. So I would say that I mean, they're all absolutely fabulous options. It just depends what your priorities are. Versatility, spring, summer, autumn, winter, never going to be damaged ever, will literally be your lifelong luxury, beautiful handbag. And then for those of us like myself, like I just mentioned, that cannot whittle down the amount of items that we need to carry on a daily basis, or just need to carry a little bit more, then the bigger size one, which as you can see here, although it is maybe slightly higher up, just slightly nestled on a blanket there, it is significantly larger and does fit a whole lot more in. Does my laptop fit in this one? I mean, I've been carrying a lot of stuff around with me today. I had 4 cameras in there at some point. I think if I remember correctly, it does fit a laptop, but not like mega comfortably. If I didn't have so much other stuff in here, it'd make it a lot easier, of course. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I imagined that. Well, if you're happy carrying your bag around like that, which I just definitely would not recommend in London, the laptop fits in there, like if you're running to the car, but it doesn't fit in there. I had a lot of compliments on my scent today, and this is what I was wearing. It's the Penhaligon's 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. This is a really nice his and hers kind of fragrance. Charlie today was wearing the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 leather, which he said is his current favourite. And yeah, I think if you want something a little bit deeper, richer, very much kind of smoky. I actually don't know the notes in this, but very smoky. I would describe it as quite oudy. I think my travels from yesterday inspired the notes of this, but yeah, a lot of compliments today and very long lasting. This is what I was wearing. Good morning, my darlings. A very quick good morning because my train leaves in 10 minutes. I've just parked up at the train station and I've lived here for nearly 5 years, and I've only just realised that there's actually a second car park across the road from the train station with way more spaces and is a million times more convenient. taken me 5 years to figure that out. Anyway, today is a London day and I've got some amazing things going on today. I wanted to bring you along because one of the things in particular I think a lot of you are going to be really interested in. It's basically a full body health scan with a company called Neko Health, N-E-K-O. I'll obviously explain more while we're there and when I've had it, but I think it's going to be fascinating. Just been listening to a very interesting 𝑙𝑖𝒊𝒏𝒅 podcast on how nature has been found to have so many scientific connections to our health, and it's just really fascinating. I'm so enjoying listening to it and I can't wait to get on the train and listen further. I'm going to show you my outfit of the day when I can in London because I love today's outfit. So many layers, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 blouse, 𝑚 gilet, Hobbs coat, and I've actually got a meeting at the 𝑚 store first thing this morning, so that is where I'm heading. But I'm getting nervous, I'm going to miss the train, so I'm going to run and I'll see you in London. Okay, I have made it to the incredible 𝑚 store, brand new on Marylebone High Street, and before I try on a couple of gilets, I'm just going to show you today's outfit of the day. So I brought the new bag with me. It's fabulous, fits everything inside, and then we've got a lot of layers going on here. My Hobbs coat, my fabulous reversible gilet, and then my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 blouse. Trousers are 𝑚, little belt to keep them up. And my 𝑭𝒊𝒅 boots are so comfy, just with a teeny weeny little heel. Tempted to get these in more of this colour brown as well, but yeah, love this outfit of the day, and I kind of match the changing rooms. Look at this, they are so beautiful with this kind of like terracotta velvet, most luxurious changing rooms I've ever seen, and a great mirror for admiring your outfit of the day. There's even a very handy little shelf to put your camera up on. Okay, so let's try this one. Oh my gosh, it's like a little fleecy boucle. How adorable. It's like a casual, oh my gosh, I've worn it on top of my other gilet. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 layered gilets. Never seen that before. Such beautiful knitwear. This is such a nice relaxed silhouette. Add that to my wish list. Look, they've got this incredible breakfast station set up. Got deviled eggs, yogurt, pain au chocolat. Oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna have to take a doggy bag home with me. What a treat. This fabric is just stunning. My goodness. Oh my gosh. That I love. Imagine popping that on over anything to make it more festive and fabulous. Okay, so this is the main part of the store. The interiors here are stunning. We get to put together a little flower bouquet at the end. They've got them beautiful deep coloured hellebores. Look at these anemones, my goodness. Purple ranunculus, stunning. They've got so many gorgeous interiors here. Let me show you around the corner. This table looks like an antique table that they've covered in fabric, just to make it more contemporary, and then it's got these lovely dark wood legs housing this beautiful diptyque candle, some stunning jewellery, these beautiful shelves. Look at this. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. More beautiful interiors, and this fabulous little doggy bed. Look at that. I'm drawn to these beautiful colours up on this rail. Look at this. Oh my gosh, why am I so obsessed with gilets? The more kind of fabulous version to Charlie's obsession. They do layering so well at 𝑚. Oh, that is very nice. One of the ladies that's helping here is wearing this outfit today, and my gosh, she looks incredible. That is gorgeous. Oh, that's so cute. Look at the zip detail on this neckline. I also love their long knits like this, just worn over the trousers that I'm wearing today. Such a casual but elegant outfit, and the knit is so kind of loose that it almost looks like a cape. I'm in love. I'm also in love with this high neck version and this blouse. Look at the detail. It's just so beautiful. I have just noticed the 𝑚 butter. How adorable. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm having a little quiche. And look at this. It just looks so gorgeous. What a lovely presentation. Might grab a radish and some hummus as well. Well, that couldn't have been more perfect because Nico Health, where I've got my 9:30 appointment, is literally across the road. Took me a grand total of 10 seconds to get here from 𝑚 on the high street. Okay, gosh, it looks very futuristic. Let's go. Just come underground to this very futuristic space and checked in. I have upgraded my footwear to these little blue slides, which I'll be wearing for the treatment and experience. Okay, excited to see what's next. So I'm about to hop into this, what looks like a very space age light chamber, and this is actually a full body scanner. Did you say it takes over 2,000 photos? Yes. Wow, so over 2,000 photos, and it's going to be, are you looking out for moles and things like that? Amazing. And then I will whiz round onto this bed where we'll do some further tests, which I will explain as we go. So we're going to test my grip strength now. It's an indicator of, what did you say?
So studies have shown the better grip strength you have, the better recovery from diseases.
And I guess when you're older, you can pick up your shopping and you know, you don't need help with things like that.
Exactly. So if you don't mind placing your feet on the ground for me, and then I need your arm at a 90-degree angle, and then I want you to squeeze as hard as you can on this, okay? So let's start with this hand, and when you're ready, squeeze for me, and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Whoa. Go, 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 and let go for me. Oh my gosh. Thank you. And now the other hand, same again. Squeeze as hard as you can, and go, 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 and let go. We'll do it one more time. This hand, give it all you got. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Fantastic. And we'll do it one more. And squeeze, 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 and let go. Thank you very much.
I work out the day done.
Yeah. So next I'm going to measure your eye pressure, and the reason why we do this is to look for early signs of glaucoma.
Eye pressure?
Yes.
My goodness.
So what I just need you to do is just look straight ahead for me. And then I'm just also going to place my hand on your shoulder, okay?
What are you going to do? Is it just air or?
Yeah, so it's just very gentle to the eye. You can let me know if it's uncomfortable at all.
You're not going to pierce my eyeball.
No, 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 no. So just look straight ahead for me. All done. One eye. You're good. Okay. And we're all done with that.
Peculiar. So I've just had my first ever blood test. I was a little bit nervous, but the girls made it super easy. Thank you. Very, very quick. And now let me show you. This is a pretend version because they sent mine away super quickly. But we really are in the future here. Let me show you how they send the blood up to the labs. Okay, so this is a little dummy version. It goes in now. That's so cool. It just shoots up. Wow. Amazing. So now the bloods are off. This contraption behind me is kind of like a laser scanner. It's going to measure and look at my tissues, internal tissues, is that right?
Yeah. It assesses the microcirculation and the metabolism underneath the forearm of your skin, just over here.
Wow, the microcirculation and the metabolism beneath the skin of my forearm. This is so cool. We're going to turn the lights off and start scanning.
Welcome to Neco's tissue analysis. We are developing a system that can detect factors like blood volume, oxygenation, water content, and more within different layers of your skin tissue. Initiating tissue analysis. Right now, light at many different wavelengths is hitting your skin, which is either absorbed or scattered, enabling us to analyze molecular composition and tissue structure. Data collection from tissue analysis complete.
So I'm with Dr. Sam and we're going through my results. This is an actual recording of my heart rhythm. Very interesting. We've gone through my blood pressure and we're looking at the heart now. It's all looking good so far. How amazing. My goodness me, that was such a cool experience. I'm gonna have to properly sit down at home and talk you through that in a little bit more detail because I would never be able to give it enough justice on the streets of London. Found out that there is a waiting list of over 30,000 people to have that experience. I feel very lucky that they booked me in. It's only £300, which I actually think is incredible. I think it'd be an amazing gift for someone if someone that you know and love is very interested in health, very interested in longevity in particular. They were able to give me so much information and so much advice as well. Main things I need to work on Interestingly, considering how much I work out, strength, so I'm going to add in another strength session. He said that goblet squats for me would be really good, and also any exercises which kind of offer vibration, so things like trampolining, jumping, could be really, really good for me as well. So fascinating insights. Can't believe how quick that was and how futuristic that was. I literally feel like I've had a health scan from the future. Absolutely incredible experience. Would so highly recommend, and we'll go through my report a little bit later and I can share more on the kind of things that they checked for today. Really, really cool. I'm actually nipping back to me and Em now because I was only there so briefly, and it's literally across the road, to have a more relaxed look through the collection. This place looks really cool, by the way. It's called Rebase. And it said on the window they do cryotherapy, hyperbaric oxygen, vitamin infusions, ice baths, breath work. Definitely another place I want to check out in the future. I have now got a lunch meeting here at Berners Tavern. I always get such throwback when I come here because I've been coming here for meetings probably for the last 10 years. It's really close to the Estee Lauder company offices, so you'll often have meetings here. I'm a bit early, but I'm just going to do some emails, and oh my gosh, the menu is amazing here. I love the sound of the artichoke risotto, but I know that I'm going to end up having the mac and cheese because it's just so good. Okay, my darlings, coming to you with very low battery and very voluminous hair to sign off the vlog. I'm actually not too sure what the last thing that I filmed was. This evening has become a little bit crazy. Made it back home to the Cotswolds after a fantastic... Ooh, did you hear my shoulder click? After a fantastic nail appointment at Townhouse. They just do such a great job. I had red 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 applied. Normally I get nudie pink colours, so it's normally a nudie pink base layer, but today, because I said I wanted another kind of burgundy, the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 itself was actually red. But yeah, she's done a fantastic job. This is, I think this shade is called Velvet Red, and I just love it. Very similar to what I had on before. Didn't get to see it on the train on the way home, so that was a bit of a pain, but never mind. However, my drive home was a little bit eventful, let's say. I was driving really, really sensibly, probably doing 40, maximum 45 miles an hour on the country lanes between the train station and our house. And something that I actually paid extra for in my car is the ability for it to pretty much have night vision, which is really cool. And what it means is that I can have a screen where it's as if you've got night vision goggles on. Any human or animal will come up in bright green. It's like a heat sensor, and it'll also come up with like an alert when it sees anything in the hedgerows. And I thought for me that would be really useful, because my worst fear is hitting an animal, hitting a deer or anything, jumping out of the hedgerow and running across the road and me hurting an animal. It's been a huge fear of mine, touch wood. But tonight that fear very nearly came true, and it really shocked me to the extent that when I arrived home I was actually, I don't want to use the word hysterical, but I was crying quite a lot. Basically I was driving at 42 miles an hour ish, and my car went into alert mode. It came up with the like ding 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 that there's a deer on the road, and my car saw it before I did, but then I looked further into distance and I could see a deer in the middle of the road. Instantly I knew there was a car behind me, so I couldn't do a complete emergency stop, but I put the brakes on, and I don't know if you're meant to do this, but I swerved, tried to swerve around the deer, but as I swerved to the other side of the road, the deer decided to do a 180, and he also ran to the other side of the road. And I don't know if I did actually touch him, but all I saw was my car and the deer, and then suddenly I couldn't see the deer anymore. I don't know how to explain it, the fact that this is such a big fear of mine, hitting an animal. Obviously, as a huge animal lover, someone that lives in the countryside, if I see anything on the side of the road that's been injured or killed, I can't look at it. I have to just like hide it away. I know that my mum is the same, and I screamed. I screamed, I shouted so loudly because I was so, firstly, sad and upset, and also just so angry that I thought I'd hit this deer. So I think I went into a bit of a state of shock, and I was just completely frozen there. There was a car behind me, but then I saw the deer like scampering away at the side of the road, so I knew that I hadn't hit it, or if I did, just kind of tapped it, and it had run away, and he looked absolutely fine. But just the shock of the whole moment, and this might sound a bit weird, but I've never heard myself scream before, like an authentic scream. Like, yeah, at a club where the DJ's like, scream if you want it louder, yeah, okay, I've heard that kind of thing. But I have never heard myself do a petrified scream before, like be genuinely horrified by something. And I think hearing that, and I can still like hear that scream in my head, really just shocked me quite a lot, and made me quite emotional. So yeah, I just feel like I'm in a bit of a weird mindset this evening. The deer's okay, I'm okay, the car is okay, but yeah, it was just like a very not very pleasant thing to go through. And then we were watching the John Lewis advert, and we rewatched the Bear and the Hare one, which is our favourite, and that made me cry. And then we watched the Penguin one, and that made me cry. So I'm obviously just a little bit heightened emotionally. But yeah, sorry, very, very strange way to end the vlog, but I don't know if anyone can relate to just being very emotional about these sorts of things. And yeah, it always feels like therapy when I share these sorts of things with you. But anyway, my darlings, my battery is about to die. It's been a fantastic day in London. I really hope you enjoyed coming along, and obviously all the fun yesterday as well. And thank you so, so much for watching. My makeup has vanished, as it always does when you cry, and I've just put some hair serum in. This is the JS Health Vitagrowth Scalp Serum. Why not look after your scalp if you spend lots of money going to the hairdresser and on shampoo and conditioner? The more I research, the more I actually think that looking after your scalp is the most important thing. So I've been putting that serum in the evenings, and I'm really liking the results. Yeah, anyway, I'll chat more about that another time. If you would like to hear more about my darlings, I'm gonna tune out the vlog now. I'm gonna have a bath. Charlie has done the washing up, which I'm very grateful for. So that's all from me, and I will see you, can't think when this vlog is going up, Tuesday. I'll see you on Thursday. Good night.